What's going on, guys? Got a good little quick motivation message for you on this good old Friday for today. Beautiful Friday out here today, guys. We made it to the end of the week. Well, I mean, we still got tomorrow, but you know what I mean. But quick message for today is just don't get too attached. Don't get too attached. That's what God wanted me to tell you today is don't get too attached. When I say don't get too attached, I mean don't get too attached to the current situation that you're in. If you're in a situation where you're not particularly happy with it, you would kind of like think you kind of wishing things were better. You kind of wishing that you were kind of out of the situation, and it's really just stressful and it's really just tiring. It feels like it's weighing you down. If you're kind of in that mindset right now, don't get too attached to it, because better things are coming. Better things are coming. New things are coming. New life is coming. New opportunities is coming. New doors are going to open up for you. Old doors that didn't do you any good are going to get closed for you. That's why I say don't get too attached. Don't get too attached to what's going on around you, because things are going to change. It's going to change. Don't get too attached to your old habits, to your old mindset, the mindset that doesn't help you grow or progress. Don't get too attached to that. Don't get too attached to just the bad things that are going on in your life. You got to get ready for the new things. You got to get ready for the new. You got to get ready for the change. You got to believe that the change is coming. That's the first step. The first step is you got to believe that the change is coming. The first step is you got to believe that God is going to get you out of the situation that you're in. You got to believe that God is going to make sure that next week is not the same as this week. That's the mentality that you have to have. You have to really believe that things can change. You know, it sounds very simple, and I know it's cliche, but at the end of the day, that's really what it is, man. It's just belief. I know some people probably get tired of hearing people say, like, man, you just got to believe, you just got to believe. But seriously, like, that's like the first step is like believing. If there's anything that you want to do in life, the first step is believing that you can do it. If you don't believe that you can do it, then there's really no point in even trying to go out and do it. If you don't even believe it's going to work, or you don't believe that something's going to happen, why would you waste your time? So that's why I say the first thing you got to do is believe, man. You got to believe. That's why I say don't get too attached. Don't get too attached to this life that you're living right now, because when you're walking with God, everything is only going to go up. Everything is only going to go up. Even though it might not seem like it at times, when you're really going through it and you're in the middle of it, you're not going to really just feel it or realize what God is doing. But eventually, over time, you're going to look back and say, oh, wait a minute. I see. Like, dang, I am improving. Or, dang, my mindset is getting better. Or, man, I didn't know I was capable of this. Dang, I didn't know I could think like this. Dang, I didn't know I could do this. It's just the more you keep walking with them, the better you're going to get. And sometimes you just don't realize it, because you're right dead in the middle of what's going on. So sometimes you got to kind of like take a step back. And so what I've been doing is throughout the week, I pretty much let the week play out. You know, I go through the week. But it's like at the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or really just Sunday, really, sometimes Saturday. Those are my days when I really just kind of take a step back and kind of just look at the week and kind of see how it went, how my mindset was on Monday, how my mindset was on Tuesday. Kind of just go day to day. I kind of just take a step back to kind of just look at, you know, what's going on mentally. You know, I pay attention to my thoughts daily. It's just little things like that, man. Little things like that, because I really want to see where the progression is really at. And I really want to see and feel that I'm getting better. And the only way that I can do that is if I just take the time, take a little bit of time, take a day or two to really just kind of like look back on the week and just how I handle certain situations. You know, I like to see how I handle certain situations. Kind of seeing how situations played out. Thinking, you know, I thought it was going to go this way, but it ended up going another way. I kind of like trying to I admire God's work. You know what I'm saying? So I like to pay attention to things like that. I like to pay attention to the little things like that, man, because I try not to get so caught up in like the future, because obviously there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we want, but you don't want to get too caught up in the future. You know, you don't want to get too caught up in there. You don't want to get into that mode of always chasing the future. You know, you kind of want to just relax and take a view at what's going on right now in the present. You don't want to get too lost in the future. Not saying that you shouldn't be. Like, nah, you should look forward to it. But don't just go get so caught up into it where you just don't even feel like being in present time. You know? Like, no, you want to be here in present time. You want to know what's going on in present time as well. You got to enjoy present time as well, man. Don't just think that you're going to enjoy life when the future comes. Like, nah, you can enjoy life right now. Even though your situation might not be the best, you can still enjoy life. You can still have good moments. You can still have good times with yourself mentally. You can still have a good moment here and there. You just got to create it. You got to create the good moment. Sometimes it's not just going to come to you. Sometimes you just got to create it. Sometimes you just got to fight through all the mess that's going on, and you create your good moment. You create your good mental moment. So that's my message for today. Nothing too long, but don't get too attached to this, because things are going to change, man. I promise you, things are going to change. Just believe in God, and it's going to happen. Hope this message blesses you today. As always, God loves you. I love you. Peace.